So now we're going to finish up our multi-step equations by doing the last kind, which is distributive property. Remember what I said. The first thing you want to do is distribute that 5 to everything that's inside the parentheses. Why do I want to do that? To get rid of those grouping symbols, okay? That way you can add and subtract like terms if you need to. You can move it across the equation if you need to. All right, so let's do that. 5 times x. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. Bring down the 15 because I haven't used it yet. All right, so once I get rid of the parentheses, then if I have like terms on the same side of the equation, I do that. If I don't, then I just go ahead and move my numbers to the right. And I can do that right now. Addition, because we're going to do the opposite. And that gives me 5x. Remember, that comes down until I need it. And then 15 plus 10 is 25. Whoops. Okay, so now I have a one-step equation. 5x is equal to 25. Last step is to do what? Do division. That's right. So I'm going to do division by 5 because that's what's attached to my variable. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 25 divided by 5 is 5. So that is my solution set for that one. Okay? It really isn't that bad. It's just, it looks bad because it has parentheses in it. Just like this one looks really bad because it has 2 sets of parentheses. But I'm here to tell you, all you got to do is distribute one at a time. Okay? So let's talk about this first part. I have negative 2 times x, negative 2x. I have negative 2 times 3, so that gives me negative 6. So now before I go to the next part, remember what I said when you have a subtraction sign, a negative out here, and then you have parentheses? Remember how I said he was a spirit, ghost, whatever you want to call him? So I would put him there so that you remember to distribute that negative 1 to that and the negative 1 to that. Always distribute your negative signs if they're outside those parentheses. That's what it means. So I have a negative 1 times a positive 1 is negative 1x. And then a negative times a negative makes a positive, so that's positive 2. And that's equal to 20. Now right here by this x, if you feel like you need to put a 1 right there just to remind yourself that he's a 1, that's totally fine. It doesn't make anything wrong with that. Now, look at what you have. It's different than the problem over here because there's like terms on the same side of the equation. So I want to go ahead and put my like terms together first. So I have a negative 2x and I have a negative 1x. When I add those together, I get negative 3x. And then I have a negative 6 and a positive 2. So when I put those two together, that gives me negative 4. The signs were different, so you subtract and take the sign of the bigger number. All right, so now I'm down to negative 3x minus 4 equals 20. That is set up the same way as this over here, 5x minus 10 equals 15. So all I have to do is follow the same procedure. I'm going to move my constant, my negative 4, over here with my 20 by doing the opposite. The opposite is addition in this case. So when I do that over here, that cancels out to be 0. I bring my negative 3x down. Keep bringing it down till you need it. That way, even if you feel like you need to draw arrows to make sure that you don't forget it, it's okay. 20 plus 4 is 24. Now I'm down to a one-step equation. And how do I undo this? Division. I do the opposite. So I divide by negative 3. And when I do that, I get x over here because that divides out to be 1. And 24 divided by negative 3 is negative 8. So that's my answer for those. Okay, so we just finished up our distributive property lesson. And come back and we're going to learn how to check our answers. See you in a few.